Oh, we're live. JMTV show number 97. Hey, JMTV audience, show number 97. Was it last week I took off? I took off last week. I've been in a weird funk because COVID seems like it's once again coming to an end. And I heard that it 97% down over a couple of months ago. And I don't know, is it over again? What are we doing with JMTV? What's happening? I have some thoughts. We'll discuss that in the show. But with no further ado, I'll bring on my friend Bill Noman. There he is.
Mr. COVID. Yes, here I am. Hello.
Mr. COVID. Yeah, no, I escaped getting COVID. Like, not a lot of
I'm proud to have had it. I feel particularly like superior because I was asymptomatic, and for some reason I feel like that makes me better than other people who have it.
You are. I was so worried about you. You're like, I've got COVID. I feel fine. I'm like, oh God, it's going to be bad.
But I'm extremely confused. I go to a gym in Norwalk called Crunch, right? And it is completely like Dodge City there in the sense that they still have the mask sign on the door. And,
right.
Stamford, I think, is maskless now, and some other, maybe New Canaan or Greenwich or I don't know where. But Norwalk is not. And arbitrarily, I think Norwalk is officially getting rid of it on the 22nd of February. Like, arbitrarily, like, why not now?
Right.
Like, what's happening between now and the 22nd?
First selectman is in St. Croix. Like, they want to be back,
So basically, I go into the gym and it's like, it's 60% of the people aren't wearing masks, and I'm wearing it not because I'm frightened of anything, but again, I just want to keep enhancing that superiority I have. And I just want to be the guy who's following the rules, like the mindless sheep following the herd. That's me, I just want to do it so that I can say I did it. And when they said when it's not time, do it. When they said vaccinate, I vaccinated. Does that make me mindless, or does it make me somewhat of a genius? I don't know. I mean,
I don't know. I at this point, it's so confusing what everybody is doing. People are like, I'm going to drive my truck to Toronto or to Ottawa, and I'm not going to wear a mask. It's like, I don't care that much. Like, like it's not like they're whipping me with a leather belt. They're making me wear a mask. It's uncomfortable, whatever.
But I mean, again, from the get-go, from square one of this bizarre little game show, from square one, that wasn't the case. From square one, it's like, fuck you, I'm not wearing a mask. Fuck you, I'm not getting vaccinated, and fuck you and this, and you're not going to control me or put a chip in my head or doing, no.
Right. It's a lot of craziness.
And we're having the same, discussions we had 99 plus weeks ago, and when the next variant comes along, we're not going to have a leg up on anything here because it's going to be the same freaking stupid discussions. And somebody like Kyrie Irving, who plays for the Nets,
right?
For some unknown reason, the Nets management allowed him to ignore the mandate. They're in Brooklyn, so it's state of New York. They allowed him to ignore it and play only road games. So he plays here is a guy making multi-millions of dollars. He is basically destroying the camaraderie of a team that at the beginning of the season looked like they had a chance to win the whole thing. And now they've had trades and all sorts of shits happen. But it was interesting because the commissioner of the NBA went on last night or the night before, and he said, where is the sense of this? You're not allowing the guy who plays on your team to play there, but you're allowing because of the mask, but you're allowing like the road teams to come in and be masked. It's just like, there's no sense to the thing.
There's no sense. No, there is no sense. It doesn't none of it makes any sense,
But it would be more reassuring to somebody who has staunchly defended masks and protocols and all this stuff if at the end it didn't just seem stupid, it would feel better if they're like, no, we're going to do this, and now we're not.
Right.
like,
And school, I'm waiting because I do teaching in person at a school. Luckily, I'm one-on-one. I'm not with like a sea of children or whatever. I'm like in a room that is not used except when I'm there. And I get one at a time students, and I go like, you sit over there. If I'm like a little worried, I ask them, are you vaccinated? If they're like, no, I'm like, over there, and we're both wearing masks.
I think
So
I think it's going to happen soon, though. I think,
yeah.
And great, and great that the majority of the people who are dying are people. Not great that they're dying, but that the majority of the people who are dying are unvaccinated.
But you know what? I heard a statistic the other day that blew my mind, which is, and so it was Biden, and he was talking like he was doing that like tone of voice that you just had, which is, oh, it's the people who aren't vaccinated and whatever. But 90% have been vaccinated now. I was like,
90% of who?
Of the population.
Not true. That's not true.
Joe Biden went on TV the other day and said 30 million people have not been vaccinated. I was like, I'm doing the math. That's 90% haven't. I heard that they have.
That's
90%.
At the risk of
right. That's what I was doing. I was like,
the pot. That's bullshit.
Well, I looked into it, and that's what it's. I'm going to look into it during the break while you do a song. But I if that's the case, like I remember in the beginning when Anthony Fauci came out and he was like, if we can get 80% or 75 or 80% vaccinated, we'll have herd immunity. We'll make this work. And now it's at 90%. The problem is there are these variants, and it keeps you from dying, but it doesn't keep you from.
Honestly, please do look that up, because I think that's bullshit. And what we were hoping for in the beginning of this thing, by we I mean the collective of people who have a brain in their head, what they were hoping for is like 75%. That was going to achieve herd immunity,
Right.
And we were forever at like 50 at the just like everything else.
I'm going to look it up on my trusty iPhone.
Look at that. That's crazy.
Good stuff. All right, play a song. I'll look it up. We'll banter this after.
So today is February 17th, and that is the birthday of one of the greatest musicians in Connecticut history, a guy named Gene Pitney. And Gene Pitney was born in Hartford, and he grew up in Rockville. They called him the Rockville Rocket. So Gene Pitney had a number of number one hits. He had Town Without Pity, The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance, It Hurts to Be in Love. He had tons of these. He wrote Rubber Ball for Bobby V. He wrote He's a Rebel for the Crystals, one of the great songs.
Wow.
And he wrote Hello, Mary Lou for Rick Nelson. All these things are giant hits. He played on the first Stones album, played on it. And he has this great voice. I posted some stuff on Facebook just because I was a huge fan of his. And so I'm going to do a song that he did it was from a movie, but it didn't appear in the movie. This is like a trivia question. It's from a movie, didn't appear in the movie, but it was written by Burt Bacharach, and who is a favorite here on Jam TV, both positive and negatively. And the movie was The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance, had Lee Marvin and John Wayne in it, Jimmy Stewart. And I'm going to do The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance, a Western song done by Burt Bacharach. And when Liberty Valance rode to town, the women folk would hide. They'd hide. When Liberty Valance walked around, the women and men would side. 'Cause the point of a gun was the only law that Liberty understood. When it came to shooting straight and fast, he was mighty good. Out of the east, a stranger came, a law book in his hand. That's Jimmy Stewart. The man, the kind of a man the West would need to tame a troubled land. When the call of the gun was the only law that Liberty understood. When it came to shooting straight and fast, he was mighty good. Many a man would face his gun, and many a man would fall. man who shot Liberty Valance. He shot Liberty Valance. He was the bravest of them all. The love of a girl make a man stay on when he should go. Stay on, just trying to build a peaceful life where love is free to go. But the point of a gun was the only law that Liberty understood. When the final showdown came to pass, a law book was no good. Alone and afraid, she prayed that he returned that fateful night. That night, when nothing she said could keep her man from going out to fight. From a moment a girl gets to be full grown, the very first thing she learns, when two men go out face each other, only one returns. Everyone heard two shots ring out, one shot made Liberty fall. Lennon shot Liberty Valance, he shot Liberty Valance. He was the bravest of them all. The man who shot Liberty Valance, he shot Liberty Valance. He was the bravest of them all.
Nice.
Thank you.
76%. Ray Simonelli just wrote me 73. I looked at two websites from the CDC, 76. So maybe, so Joe Biden said 30 million people have not. So maybe that includes children. I don't know.
Well, that could be, no.
Who aren't eligible, you know, the ones who can't take it, you know, so.
Right.
But it's 76. So that's pretty high. It's higher than I thought.
Well, honestly, kids, if we'd been 76 in month one, like we'd have a different narrative right now,
Yeah, right.
And maybe there'd still be another variant. Maybe I don't know. I don't know how these things work really, but
that's not the world, it's out there. It's just because we're doing it here doesn't mean it's, not coming into Kennedy Airport.
Depending on, I don't know. We didn't talk about this, but I was down in Florida last week, and I was hanging with these Swedish friends of mine, which was really fun because we're watching the Olympics through a Eurovision feed, and all of the commentators are either Brits or Swedes,
right.
and my Swedes are only focused. They're only focused on the things they do well in, like biathlon and cross country skiing and this kind of shit. What the hell happened here?
What happened? I hear you fine. You're on.
Do you see me?
Yeah, I see you.
That's so weird because what I have here is a Epson. Hold on a second.
No, we see you fine. You keep talking. You're good.
Yeah. But if you can see me, but I can't see me, and I need to be grounded by seeing myself and feeling bad about the whole thing.
I'm making faces at you. Yep. All right.
So they said in Sweden, what they've done is they basically relaxed everything, and they're treating it just like. Well, you can't hear me, or you can't hear me.
No, I'm laughing because I'm making faces at you, and you can't see me.
No, I can see you.
Oh.
Oh no, I'm back. So just understand, I'm making a mental note, and you'll pay for that. But but basically they're treating it now like a disease, like a flu or something. Like they're
right.
They're taking it down to a thing, and then there's New Zealand. When 3 people have it, they shut down the whole country.
Yeah, I just ran into a woman from Australia at a dollar store out here in Pennsylvania. I walk in, she's like, "G'day," and I'm like, "You're from Australia?" And she's like, "Oh, thank God I'm not there. It's a mess there right now, and oh, it's terrible." I thought they had it under control too. I didn't know.
I thought they did, but it may be relative. What she calls a mess may be like our greatest aspiration. I mean, it's hard to say.
I got the sense that she was a anti-vaxxer, and she was like, "They're making you get the," maybe that was the mess she was talking about.
They're making you put the shrimp on the Barbie. Jesus Christ, like, what the hell? It hasn't been the same since the guy got stung by the stingray, and then, what the hell after that? So
the guy that wrote that last song has the same birthday as my cat Blinker. He was born 1 year ago.
So Blinker was born on the 17th as well?
Yeah, today, a year ago.
Well, but I will tell you, all of you kids out there, if all 3 of you who are listening, check out Gene Pitney. Gene Pitney had one of the greatest voices, and he's from Connecticut. He's a Connecticut boy. The Rockville Rocket, as they call it.
Who would have thought? All right, do another one.
Okay, so this is a song by by Lowell George, who has nothing to do with that. But I did a little. I played a gig that was like a Valentine's Day gig, and I had a lot of love songs, and came to realize that most of my love songs are about love gone wrong. But anyway. I'm here out of love. I wish I could stay, but I know you heartache. You stand in my way. There's no use in wishing, 'cause I ain't satisfied. I'm fit to be misfit when you're on my side. Oh, heartache, find another place to be. I'm tired of being your best friend. Look to another for your companion. And when you do, my pain will end. There's nowhere at all. I'm feeling no pain. My body is sickly. My mind is insane. I call on you, heartache, to come and show me how. I can't get no lower than the hole I'm in now. Oh, heartache, find another place to be. I'm tired of being your best friend. Say, look to another for your companion. And when you do, my pain will end.
Very nice. Very, very nice.
Thank you.
Beautiful song. All right, let me fix a mistake. Here, check it out. Hey, welcome to Jam TV. It's show 98. All right, enough of that. It's show 98. It's not.
It seemed like it was one more than what you were saying. You know what's good is that when you need a week off, you take a week off. You know.
That's right. I 98, 97 was 2 shows 2 weeks ago, and I don't know. I spaced it, but I checked. And my friend from Korea is watching the show, and she said, "Oh no, I'm keeping tabs on what you guys are doing." And it's show 98, 8, right?
So for Korea, this is 8 in the morning or something like that.
Yeah, right. 8 in the morning. My God,
it's like 13 hours or something like that.
12. It's 12 hours right now with daylight savings and all that. So
right.
So there you go. Show 98. We got to make it to show 100. We have to do that. Speaking of show 100, Randy
Ladies
Stone.
and gentlemen,
boys,
strong stylings of Randy Stone.
That's right. The Shicky Stone is here. Yes.
How's it going, Randy?
I'm good. How are you, Ed?
I'm doing good.
That's your
Billy
plan.
Boy, how are you, man?
Good. How you doing?
I'm good. Good to see you guys. I've missed the past couple of weeks, so bring me up to speed. What I missed? Well, Ed, you were off last week.
I know that.
Yeah, but I missed some stuff. There, all of a sudden, rehearsals were happening, and I forayed back into the Black Duck for one of their open mics with Wendy. Had a blast. You know, I heard you guys talking before. Who fucking knows, right? Who knows?
Who knows is right.
Right.
So I want to throw this at you guys. I know Bill's going to do more music, but I want to throw this at you guys. Last night, I watched a movie that I obviously have heard about, but have never seen. And I was like, I'm going to sit down. I'm going to watch it. I made it halfway through and I was like, this movie sucks. I'm going to watch more. I might've been just in a mood, but it's Martin Scorsese and it's called The Last King of Comedy. Is that the one?
Oh, the King of Comedy.
King of Comedy, Bobby De Niro.
Oh, no, that's a good movie.
And Jerry Lewis.
I watched half of it. Yeah, exactly. But then I saw this scene, and it sparked a conversation in my mind. Check this out.
Talking about schedule, you're the one who looks tired.
Yeah, I know. It's the show. The pressure, the ratings, same guests, same questions. Just not enjoying it anymore.
That's the worst.
Except that was all in his head.
Yeah, of course it was all in his head.
And soon after that, he's like, "Ma, I'm down here doing
I'm
your
down
show."
here working." But like
Rupert
I saw
Pupkin.
Rupert Pumpkin, and I saw that scene and Jerry Lewis, who's being all serious, like Mr. playing the straight guy, and I thought, all right, so we talked about doing an update, and I'm thinking, okay, if COVID's over, right?
Yeah.
If COVID's sort of over for now, we're all going to be doing gigs, and spring is coming, and all that stuff. And I'm playing a gig Saturday night at Sugar Hollow with a British Invasion band or whatever, and I got another one in Vermont, so it's starting again, and I'm feeling like I'm being like a lazy shit sitting home doing Jam TV when I should be like doing a jam or booking gigs and getting back to my old life. And if that's the case, has Jam TV run its course? And I have some ideas that you, Randy, and I exactly. So
exactly.
So
Billy, you and I need to talk offline. I'm going to smack him.
So what do you guys think?
Ideas
am I just going crazy? Or
yeah, you're going crazy. Bill, I wrote him like this big tome like in September of 2020.
I love the tome.
With like 20 ideas for the show. Now, I'm sure half of them sucked, but they didn't all suck.
No, I never read it. I never in my own defense,
there are no bad ideas. You're from the business, man.
In my own defense, I was busy when you sent it to me, and I'm like, yeah, I'll read the dissertation later. And I never read it, but I read it recently. So what I'm actually thinking of doing, the show, look, the beginning of the show, the Bill Nolan hour, half hour, whatever, the acoustic artists and all of that has stayed more or less the same. The latter part of the show has kind of vanished. It vanished because, unfortunately, Mike died.
Because Mike Baumwell passed away.
Because Mike Baumwell passed away, and we were doing those videos, and then it was like, God, I don't want to do videos anymore. I want to.
Well, keep going. I have thoughts on this. Keep going.
Yeah. So I've been feeling like, believe me, a couple of weeks ago, when you were on, Randy, we had a blast on the show. I love the show. I love the banter and all that. I like the music a lot, but
love the banter, the music.
No, like I love what you do, but some people listen what I've noticed, right? So Ed Train plays keyboards, but I'm not a troubadour. I'm not, Steve Vitable, right? And Randy Stone is a bass player, and we have to come on as humans. We don't come on as
correct.
Let me sing you a song.
Do what he does. I
wish
I could.
Exactly.
I would give anything.
So
what about what Marcia does? Can you do what Marcia does, or the rest of the Partridge Family? Yeah.
There you go. Exactly. Paul Lynde, exactly, in the center square.
Oh.
But
what's the matter with kids today?
I'm actually thinking that maybe one of the things that Randy and I had been discussing is the idea of having a featured person on the show, and instead of being like a Zoom call where everybody gets together and puts music out there and music talk, make the talk kind of a primary and make the music a perk. So still have the music, but have a segment maybe that kicks off at 8:30 every week or 8:15, which is you have a featured person who is going to come on, and it's kind of like an interview show, and we have a studio audience of all of you yahoos who come on, and you can participate in the live interview. And what I like about it is something that I did in April, like way early in the pandemic. I shot 12 interviews with 12 people. Joe Mayo, Holly McCrary. Did we do one, Randy?
Oh
no, we did not do one. But
that's funny, Randy. Neither did I.
And so so I shot interviews with people, but I never did anything with it. So it's like sitting in the can.
Jugdish, don't you? And okay.
You never did anything with it, and that's supposed to make us feel better?
No, what I want to do, I want to start bringing that into the show where we have people on live and we interview them.
I think, and as I said, I would only change one word. You said instead. I would say in addition to.
Absolutely.
I think the banter's good. By the way, I think depending on when you do it, as people get back to gig life, you,
Right.
Bill, me, everybody, this could be better and more important. I mean, I can see a segment where it's like, and Bill has said this, maybe you move to Sunday, a night where nobody's gigging. You're like, all right, the weekend gigs, the good, the bad, and the ugly. How was your gig this week? And people can come on and bitch and moan or say,
It was his idea.
Yeah.
Bill Noman's like, I don't want to
Bill
do Sunday night.
Bill
That's what I
Noman
said. No,
never
I said Bill. I said
Sunday. Bill Noman never said Sunday.
You never did?
He did.
No.
No, he
Sunday,
did, and I
Sunday
did.
is, pizza night at the Noman's house.
right.
The only reason we're not doing it Sunday right now is Bill Noman said, I don't know about
Oh
Sunday.
shit!
No, seriously,
No,
this
is the most important segment of the show. No, you can't fuck this up. Then you
exactly right.
No,
No,
I
but,
think I could make a case that this could grow bigger and be more a part of the culture, the jam culture, the gig, as people start working more and gigging more. I mean, I understand that when it started, we were all like,
it was a different place. It was a lifeboat to climb in.
There were some nights I think you had like 30 people on this damn thing. You couldn't fit postage stamps.
Correct.
I mean, it seems to me like if you are talking about something where there's a degree of pre-planning and some structure to it, you could broadcast it on Sunday, but you could do it anytime.
Yeah.
That's interesting, actually.
And make the viewing experience not a live experience, but make the broadcast experience, that.
Fly segments in.
Because generally, other than the people who are either coming on or, Randy and myself, or, whoever people coming on, it's not as much an interactive thing as it is basically a presentation thing. So, if it was like a Sunday night thing, could be done. No, I mean, it could be any night, but
right.
But damn it, Randy, that's pizza night at my house.
We're not going to mess up pizza
Don't
night. But
fuck with that. It's like half cheese, half pepperoni on top.
With that being said, to be continued. Bill Noman, do another song for us.
I don't know if I can at this point with it, with the pizza.
We're moving into Sunday night. That's it.
I stepped on the third rail of Bill's life.
Yeah, no, this is like I'm letting you all behind the curtain. Oh, no wonder you're so fucking fat.
Oh, dude, the COVID got me.
So this is another song by Gene Pitney, and he wrote this song, and Ricky Nelson recorded it. And I said, hello, Mary Lou. Goodbye, heart, sweet Mary Lou. I'm so in love with you. I knew Mary Lou, we'd never part. So hello, Mary Lou, goodbye, heart. She passed me by one summer day, flashed those big brown eyes my way, and ooh, I wanted you forevermore. I'm not one who gets around, swear my feet stuck to the ground, and though I never did meet you before, I said hello, Mary Lou. Goodbye, heart, sweet Mary Lou, I'm so in love with you. I knew Mary Lou, we'd never part. So hello, Mary Lou, goodbye, heart. I would typically do a solo here, but damn it, I'm only one person. I saw your lips, I heard your voice. Believe me, I just had no choice. While horses couldn't make me stay away. Thought about a moonlight night, arms around you good and tight. That's all I had to see for me to say. I said hello, Mary Lou. Goodbye, heart, sweet Mary Lou. I'm so in love with you. I knew Mary Lou, we never part. So hello, Mary Lou, goodbye, heart. So hello, Mary Lou, goodbye, heart. So hello, Mary Lou, goodbye, heart.
Very nice, very nice.
Is that the birthday?
This is the birthday boy. And so you remember Munster, who passed away
I
about
do
a year
remember,
ago,
yeah.
before I got him. Munster was like sitting on my shoulders, whatever. This monster, this 1-year-old monster won't do it. He's like, I hate you. I don't want to sit on your shoulder.
Yeah, he's like, fuck you.
Yeah, exactly.
He's like, I'm not fucking picky.
He's
Fuck
very
you.
independent. Like this guy is like,
I'm not picky. Remember that horrible song? I'm not Lisa.
Exactly.
Very obscure reference.
Hey, everybody.
Hey,
Hey, you guys.
How y'all doing?
Hello.
Good. How are you guys? Hey, I love Mary Lou there, Bill Nolan. Great song.
Yeah.
I was doing some work with the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and there was a guy who at one point it was a marketing thing, and at one point the guy who ran the thing was a guy named Terry Stewart, who was just the coolest guy possible, and I felt like he had stolen my life because he worked first for Marvel Comics, and then he got the gig as the president of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and I was just like, if that had been my career track, I would have been the happiest human in the world. And he was a funny ass guy. He sounded like Tommy Lee Jones, and he showed me Cleveland. Like he showed me sides of Cleveland. Cleveland is such a cool town. I love Cleveland so much. But the first day I met him, I'm sitting in his office, and in his office he has the microphone that Alan Freed, the great DJ, used, and that's why the Hall of Fame is in Cleveland anyway, because of Alan Freed. So it's sitting there. He's got like one of Elton's outfits in a glass case on the wall. And then he's got on the wall, he's got a gold record. And the gold record is Hello, Mary Lou by Ricky Nelson.
Wow.
And I believe he was testing me because he goes, you know who wrote that song? And I go, yeah, Rockville's own Gene Pitney. And after that, we were like, freaking this, It was like he was testing. But Gene Pitney gave me an in at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. That was it.
Nice.
Mr. President, the senator
Great
from
story.
Houston asked for 30 seconds, please.
I will yield my time.
Thank you. We can't just blow by. You just dropped. I was doing some work with the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. That's a record scratch. Like, tell us about that.
Well, I was working in a promotion place in Westport.
Which one?
And I had come up with an idea to do a traveling, one of those semi-tractor trailers that's sort of expandable, and you can turn it into sort of a mini museum kind of for artifacts. And, my idea was, Bobby Socks to Bieber. And it was sort of about teen idols and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And we got Pepsi involved, and it was fabulous. And it got me a couple of trips out there on somebody else's dime to hang with Terry and really have a good time. And at Pepsi, out in Purchase or wherever the hell they are. Pepsi,
they were a client of mine. Oh yeah.
There was a regime change on that brand segment, and you know what that means. It's like anything that pre-existed is poisonous. I don't want to touch this.
So long, farewell.
I said the deck is so sharp, and the deck is like so. It just reads like a dream. It's like you could, it's like I was so happy.
That's nice.
At least I got something out of it.
Bill, what was the agency in Westport?
It was. I'm trying to remember which one it was. I think it was Reach Marketing.
Oh, Reach. Okay. Yeah.
It was Reach. They were in that sort of Mediterranean.
I was always in Westport. I was in all those. They were the same ecosystem.
It was like it was like sort of doing the dating scene at bars in Fairfield County.
Yeah. I'm sure you and I leered at each other in corporate lobbies somewhere. Like, what the fuck you doing here?
It's I sort of I kept a low profile.
Yeah.
All right, Bill, do one more song, then we'll have Ray Simonelli go up because he's got someplace to be. Right, Ray? You got someplace to be?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
All right. Okay. So, Bill, do one more, and then we'll bring Ray on for a couple, and we'll keep this shit show going.
Okay.
Shit show. I like that idea.
In that theme, I'm going to do a song.
I'm
going to do a song I've never done before, so believe me, the shit show is about to happen here. This is a Sean Colvin song. I'm riding shotgun down the avalanche. Tumbling and falling down the avalanche. So be quiet tonight. Stars shine bright on this mountain of fresh fallen snow. I will raise up my voice into the void. You have let me know where to go. I love you so much and it's so bizarre. Love on and on and on. This is the best thing and the very most hard. We don't get along. After countless appeals, we keep spinning our wheels on this mountain of fresh swollen snow. I will let go my catch. We're over the edge. You've let me know where to go. Sometimes you make me lose my will to live. You just become a beacon of your soul. The past is stronger than my will to forgive you or myself, I don't know. So be quiet tonight, the stars shine bright on this mountain of new fallen snow. I will raise up my voice into the void. You have let me know where to go. Riding shotguns in the avalanche. Tumbling and falling down the avalanche. So be quiet tonight. Be sure to step lightly on this mountain of new fallen snow. I will raise up my voice into the void. You will give me no place to go. Nothing ventured,
No.
nothing.
Very nice. Very nice.
Thank you.
Phenomenal.
Thank you.
It's a great line, riding shotgun down the avalanche. Just
Yeah.
holy shit.
She's a tremendously talented person. I mean, she plays guitar amazingly. She has so many tunings. I don't know how people that do that thing, how they keep track of what the hell they're doing.
I don't know how to do that either. I can't even imagine. Like a piano, at least is kind of sort of the same every one of them, you know.
Right.
She's got an album called Cover Girl, which is other stuff. And I read a review of that way back when I was commuting to New York, and I was not doing music all that often back then. And I bought that thing, and I said, "This thing is amazing."
Yeah,
and
she does some great covers. I mean, you know.
Oh yeah, great covers. And the song "Heart of Saturday Night" and "If These Walls Could Speak" inspired me. Just her version of Tom Waits and Jimmy Webb's stuff, you know.
She blew my mind. I saw her once in. I mean, I've seen her a bunch of times, and I saw her at. I saw her playing with Mary Chapin Carpenter, and they turned me on to a song that, you know, that led me into a whole path of taking songs from the 90s and just stripping them down so that you see the song. The songs are good. It's the production values that shoot me in the head. You know, like I don't, you know, so it was like, you know, they played "You Are My Fire, My One," you know, like Backstreet Boys. And it's like, I play that song a lot now when I play live. And it's like, they just sort of made me, you know, like, just take the songs, think of the songs. The songs are fabulous. It's like, it's the production values that I can't stand, you know. You can rearrange this stuff and make it fabulous, you know.
Right.
or at least your version of fabulous.
Yeah.
Yeah, good stuff. Thank you, Bill Nolan. That was great.
As always.
Phenomenal. So, Ray Simonelli, how you doing? So, where are you going tonight?
I'm doing good. I'm doing the Black Duck Jam tonight.
So, how's that going? Like, there was a moment, a little touch and go a couple of weeks ago, whether that would continue or not. What's happening?
Ed, you know, in the restaurant business, January and February, historically, really slow.
I
But
can't
they got a
imagine in
double
COVID
whammy.
time.
Everybody
Yeah.
did, because the COVID numbers were up to 25%. So there was like 3 weeks in a row where it was like really slow, and they were about to shut it down.
Right.
And it's, well, give us one more week, and we promoted it. We actually did well. And then the next week, it was like a little under. There were some talks, and then the last week, we kind of broke even. I mean, they still made a profit, but we met their number. So we're just like literally
up.
I got my tequila because Ray Simonelli just froze.
May I finish Ray's thought?
Actually, it was 2 weeks ago. I went for the first time. Ray, we can't. You're frozen. Oh, here you go.
No, he's back.
And Ray, I had a fucking blast. I hadn't been there in like 2 months. You and I had a blast. We did a bunch of songs. It was like a gig. I sat up there all night. It was slow in the beginning, but by the end of the night, they had a great crowd. Shelly came in and she killed it. That was fucking fun. If you heard me.
That was a good night. And we did some different songs that night too.
Yeah.
Because during this downtime, we've been just winging it and doing like all kinds of stuff, you know, which has been fun for me, you know.
Is the issue with the Duck, they will literally shut down for a month, or is it they'll shut the music down for a month?
No,
It's the music. So since Ray froze, let's have a drink. I've got my tequila here today, which I never do.
Shut that down. On the weekend, same thing. On the weekends, same thing, you know.
It's like a pirate bar all of a sudden. Yeah, Ray, you froze up again, so we turned it into a drinking party.
When Ray gives me that look that he does right now, that frozen look, it's scary. It cuts to my soul.
I know, icy stare.
It is.
No,
icy
it's a 50-yard. The 50-yard stare.
So did you hear my answer?
Yeah,
no.
We heard you. We heard the end of it.
All right.
What was the beginning?
Yeah, so, no, they've been having live music on the weekends.
What's the restriction up there? Spacing, allowing only a certain number of people in? Ray, well, how does it work?
No, it's just it's a numbers thing. They have to meet a certain number of registerings. That's it. Right. That's the bottom line.
I'm sorry, you broke up. A certain number of what?
Bodies.
Register rings.
Register rings. Ah,
got it. I heard you now. Okay.
But then again, so Ray, my question is really,
there at the end of the night, they're happy.
Right. My question is really, does that what their business, you know, like on a Thursday night? Are they considering being dark on a Thursday night, or do they think they're going to have better business without you guys?
No, they would still be open, but my guess is that they're going to start closing early, and they'll go down to one bartender instead of two, because most of the people that are in there are our people.
Yeah,
right.
So, either way, it's going to hurt them.
You guys all remember that pre-COVID, the wise guy behind the bar that had to leave.
Yes, I remember him, Glenn.
You know who we're talking about, but he told me one time that the nights that Wendy did her thing pre-COVID, these guys were either 2x or 3x the average night's revenue. Very nice. I know Morse code, Ed. The Wendy nights were 2x or 3x typical weeknight revenue. That's pretty good.
Well, Thursdays were the busiest night of the week for a long time.
Yeah, no, she brought it. She really did. And you guys all did. You all did.
Yeah.
Absolutely. All right, Ray. So sing a song. Sing a song that you will do at the jam tonight.
Right.
Yes.
But don't sing a song by the Carpenters.
Exactly.
No, please.
All right, here we go. Every hand in a woman's eyes, I can see you watching in the night. Come along with me, I for the sunlight. When I'm feeling cold, you want me. And when I feel I can't go on, you come and hold me. It's you and me forever. Sarah, smile. I want you to smile a while for me, Sarah. You say that you're leaving, you know you can't go. Why don't you stay until tomorrow? Come along with me, I'm waiting for the sunlight. When I feel cold, you want me. And when you feel I can't go on, you come and hold me. It's you and me forever. Sarah, smile. I want you to smile a while for me, Sarah. Smile. I want you to smile a while for me, Sarah. Smile. I want you to smile a while for me, Sarah. Smile, oh yeah. I want you to smile a while for me, Sarah.
Very nice.
That come through okay? Okay. My
Nice,
headphones
cool.
are working.
That was good.
Good song. Nice job.
Good stuff. What else you got, Ray Simonelli?
Ed, why don't you pick a song from like out on the deck of the boat club that we used to do together?
Yeah, we're gonna when the weather gets warmer. Today was beautiful. It was 50 degrees today. I went and had lunch.
Right?
I got out of the house and went and had lunch somewhere. It was spring, but it's not spring yet. It will be in May. It'll be freezing cold outside, you know.
Probably.
Oh, we'll get back to the deck at the boat club. God, like what songs did we even do? We did John Mellencamp.
We did a whole bunch.
What'd you do, John Mellencamp song?
And you playing the piano. We did a lot.
Look who we got. Check it out from the edge. Here he comes.
From the edge.
Hey.
How's it going, guys?
Nice.
Good to see everybody.
How are you, brother?
Good to see you.
I'm doing good.
Feeling good?
Oh yeah, feeling pretty good.
Feeling better?
Yep.
I'm glad. Your hair grew long.
It did.
Mine's growing long again too. Good stuff. All right, Ray, sing us a song. We'll catch up with Dennis after this.
You don't want to recommend one?
Do the John Mellencamp song that we do together.
All right.
Look forward to doing that with you.
Yeah, that one what turned out surprisingly well the first time we ever did it with you on accordion. I said, man, if John Mellencamp heard that, he probably would have had that on his song. Yeah. All right.
As anything we recorded that's surprisingly well.
There's a black cat with a black cat living in a black neighborhood. He's got interstate running through his front yard, man. Thinks he's got it so good. There's a woman in the kitchen clean up the evening slime. He said, darling, I can remember when you could stop a cloud. Whoa, but ain't that America? You and me, Ain't that America? Something to see, baby. Ain't that America? Home of the free. A little pink house is for you. That man in a t-shirt lift to a rock and roll station. He's got a greasy hair and a greasy smile slowed. Must be my destination. 'Cause he told me I was younger. Boy, gonna be president. Ain't it funny how those crazy dreams came and went? But ain't that America? You and me, ain't that America? Something to see, baby, ain't that America? Home of the free. The little pink house is for you and me. Yeah. There's people and those people, what do they know? No. Go to work and somehow ride and vacation on the Gulf of Mexico. And there's winners and losers, and no big deal. But a simple man pays for the bills that kill. But ain't that America? You and me, ain't that America? Something to see, baby, ain't that America? Home of the free. A little pink house is for you and me. Oh, but ain't that America? You and me, ain't that America? Something to see, baby, ain't that America? On the free.
Oh, yeah. Nice work, Ray.
There you go, for old time's sake.
That's cool. I like the way you do that, Ray.
We'll be doing that again of the Norwalk Boat Club.
Stand by. I have to go run to the liquor store here.
Yeah, I know. I drank like a lot of booze during that segment.
Yes, I was pouring from the bottle at some point.
Did I freeze a little?
A little. We miss it.
As De Niro would say, a little bit.
She got this amazing internet connection for a while, and then like we all sobered up, and now like we're back. You know.
I like the way you do that, Ray. That's cool.
I got to run. And I'll catch up with you soon.
Good to see you too. I'll see you later.
Hey, hello, Wendy.
Indoor gig on Saturday. Good for you.
All right, good stuff. Yeah. I'll see you soon, right?
Okay.
Yeah, I got a gig Saturday at Sugar Hollow Tap Room.
Who are you with?
I'm with the British Legends Band, which is a great band, and they Steve Venable was their keyboard player, but he had to he had to miss a gig, so I'm subbing for him. Looks like
cool.
From 8 to 10, Sugar Hollow Tap Room up in south of Danbury Airport on Route 7.
Nice. Have you played there before?
I have not played there before. What?
It's turning out to be a
they
nice
poured
place.
some money into it. It's really nice. It's
Do
really
they have
cool.
food there?
Yeah.
Cool.
Sugar Hollow, huh?
Getting a good crowd showing up too.
That's very cool. Very cool. So that's the plan. I'm playing there on Saturday night with that
You'll
band.
have fun.
And I'm picking up gigs. I did a gig the other day with Hot Rubber Monkey Band in Greenwich at McDuff's, and it was packed, and nobody was wearing a mask. It's very odd. Like you go from everybody's masked up to like, okay, it's over, no big deal, And so I'm being careful myself, and I'm going up to Vermont to play with Hot Rubber Monkey Band at Magic Mountain at a ski area gig, which we do every year.
Wow.
Cool.
And doing that in a couple of weeks. So looking forward to getting back into playing. How's your calendar shaping up, Randy?
It's getting there. I've lost 6 gigs so far this year, all canceled. Mostly due to COVID, and one due to the fucking ice storm that was around 2 weeks ago.
Right.
I mean, just at the last minute, I'm like, fuck, So now it's not great. I have 3. I mean, I have them scattered throughout the year, but I think my next one is like mid-March now.
But it's gonna come.
wow.
You think it's gonna start now? I think.
You know me. I'm being a big baby. I love to go out and play, and it'll be fun.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah, I'm enjoying playing. I gotta tell you, I was apprehensive about McDuff's because it can get really crowded in there. It's not a big place, and we played in that band. A lot of friends in Greenwich, so it was a lot of people there, 100 people there or something.
Yeah, I think it was either Bill or maybe it was you, Nick, who was asking Ray, what are the restrictions at the Black Duck?
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys saw me. I was like, there's fucking none.
Well, I
look to get out.
I'm a numbers guy. I look at the numbers for different things, and it just has gone way, way, way down. And and that's it. It's gone.
And then I think I told you guys, I look at my wife who tested positive on New Year's Eve because we were all testing to have another couple over. We wouldn't have tested. She was never sick, never was nothing for the whole time.
Yeah.
So I wasn't. I was negative. She was positive, and
I was negative on Christmas or New Year's Eve. Positive New Year's morning in the hospital by 10.
No shit, really.
Say that again, Dennis. Positive on New Year's Day, and then what?
In the hospital by noon that day.
Holy shit!
Wow.
Or by 10.
Yeah, you got really hit, man, huh?
Oh man.
Yeah, I was in
Glad
the
you're
hospital
back.
for.
How long did they have you in the hospital?
For a month. I got out, went in the first, and got out on the 29th.
Wow.
Good God, man.
I don't remember.
Dennis, were you vaxxed?
Yes.
Wow.
That's the weird thing about this is like it's not like that's gonna. It's not 100%.
No.
How do I know that I'm not the one in? The one.
Yeah. If it's 99%, I'm the 1%.
Right. And how do I know that? Like, I'm like, oh, that's Dennis because of the rough lifestyle that he's lived. And how do I know I'm not that guy? And
you know us bass players,
Yeah.
I'm dying to get out. We got family. We got an infant grandson, and our daughter's work. She's going to work, but she's trying so hard to keep everybody safe. And so we're kind of always in the wings to help them babysit, right, for the baby.
Right.
Yeah.
So we're kind of pledged to play it safe.
Self-quarantined. Yep.
And Dennis, how are you now? Are there any lingering effects, Dennis? Or are you okay?
I'm doing good. Mostly just stamina.
Yeah.
I'm
stamina.
Way out of shape.
You didn't have much stamina before. I hate to tell you.
No, I didn't at that, but it's even worse now.
Bill, Dennis, can you taste and smell? Is that okay?
Yep. Everything's fine. Just 100%. So
I can serve you wine. Okay.
Nice. Good.
Yeah. Well, wine. I can't tell the difference. It's red or it's white. That's about all I know.
I'll school you.
Yeah. No, it's bad stuff. It's
everybody's
tired.
100%. So
that's great. I'm really super happy to hear that.
More strength.
I was worried about you when you got out of the hospital. When you were about to get out of the hospital, out of the rehab. I was like, we were worried about you. Like, I'm happy you survived. I said something like that. And Dennis was like, wait a minute, like. Oh, I missed the whole part when I was sick, and we were all worried about you.
Yeah, I missed first half of the month.
No, good for you. Because, it was in 2018. I was in the hospital for 3 weeks, 2 different hospitals. Obviously not COVID, bone infection. Blah, blah, blah. That fucking damn near killed me, and I wasn't doing COVID. So you survived a month in the hospital, man. That alone is
alone.
No, but they knock you out when you
Great
have
weight loss program, isn't it?
Yeah, I lost 30 pounds in
Yeah,
that.
right.
Wow.
Me too. I know.
Wow. No, but when you have COVID, they knock you out. They give you, I don't know what they give you, but morphine or something. And
they did for the first 11 days. And then after that, they brought me around and start doing rehab and stuff. And
yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're okay. I'm really glad you're okay. Because you were on the show just before that. And the next thing you know, I'm like, one man down.
Yeah.
And we didn't, your secret was safe with us until right now, like
no, it was funny though. When you said that, you said, well, we're glad you survived. And I thought, was there a chance I wouldn't?
Wait, what?
what?
Do we know something you don't, Bill? Yeah. No, Dennis, do we know something you don't? No.
Your imagination runs wild when you have somebody in the hospital and like all I'm getting is, Tommy was writing me. He was talking to your wife, and he was writing me every day. And he was like, "Okay, Dennis is a little better today. It was mostly positive. It was like, well, he's still in, but they're being cautious. It wasn't like, oh boy, this is bad. It was like, it's okay. It's hanging in there."
Yeah, but doctors are good at not being too negative or too positive about it.
Right, but your imagination, when you hear that, your imagination runs wild, and you're like, he's done. That's it.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I'm glad you're not. I'm glad it's always nice to survive.
Well, it brings new meaning to my saying, better to be seen than viewed.
Yes. Exactly.
Jesus. I love it.
Oh, I am so stealing that.
That's great. Better to be seen than viewed. I love that line.
Oh my God. All right, Nick Carter, do some music for us.
Hey, my pleasure. Okay, so songwriters. Well, you gassed her up. You're behind the wheel. Get your arm around your sweet one in your old mobile. Barreling down the boulevard, looking for the heart of Saturday night. You got paid on Friday. Your pockets are jingling and you see them lights and you get all tingling. You're cruising in your six, looking for the heart of Saturday night. Well, you combed your hair and you shaved your face, try to wash away every trace of all the other days of the week. This'll be the Saturday you're reaching your peak. Well, now you're stopping on red. You're going on the green, and tonight'll be like nothing you've ever seen. Cruising down the boulevard, looking for the heart of Saturday night. Well, is it the crack of the pool ball or the neon buzzing, the telephone ringing, your second cousin, or the barmaid smiling from the corner of her eye? She got a magical, melancholy tear in her eye. Well, it makes you feel special down to your core, and you dream of all the Saturdays that have gone before. Got you stumbling into the heart of Saturday night. Well, you gassed her up. You're behind the wheel. You get your arm around your sweet one in your old mobile. You're barreling down the boulevard, looking for the heart of Saturday night. Oh, you're barreling down the boulevard, looking for the heart of Saturday night. Oh, you're barreling down the boulevard, looking for the heart of Saturday.
Yeah.
Come on.
Very nice.
I like that one.
Little Tom Waits. Little Tom Waits.
That's yours, Nick?
No, God, I wish I could say it was. That's Looking for the Heart of Saturday Night by Tom Waits. Sean Colvin covered it. That's how I discovered it.
I should know it, and I don't.
I like it better when you do it, Nick Carter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Well, you're very kind. You're very kind.
You made it swing. It's cool.
I love Tom Waits. You've heard me say this before. I love him. I just hate his music. Like, I love his acting.
And the voice.
Like, that's funny. And I've heard you shit all over Tom Waits.
God, he's just, the music is just like, he makes Bob Dylan look like an amazing singer,
Yeah, he's a great writer, but it's voices. The voice is a chore. The voice is a chore. You got to love music if you want to listen to Tom Waits. I'll tell you.
I try. I love him. He's in Seven Psychopaths, one of my favorite movies. And I love him as an actor. I can't listen to him. Like, the song starts and it would be like his orchestration, let me guess, it's like an upright bass with a tuba and a old clanky piano. It's super cool. And then I just know, like, before he comes in, I'm like, here he comes. And I always mock him before he starts singing. And I go,
yeah, right.
Right. And then he comes in and he goes, and I'm like, come on.
I happen to like it. Waltzing Matilda.
Yeah. Jesus. I mean, you want to clear your throat every time.
Yeah.
Like, Jesus,
I think it's cool.
Oh my God, yeah. I love him, but I just can't get there. Like,
he wrote that Springsteen song, "Jersey Girl." I didn't know that was his song.
Yes, he did. You're absolutely right. He did. It's a great song.
He's amazing. I just can't stand listening to him.
Yeah, he wrote a song called "The Piano's Been Drinking." Right, the piano's been drinking, and it's a great lyrics, but it's kind of melancholy.
He goes like this.
Yeah, kind of.
I'm like, oh God, Tom Waits, stop it.
Yeah.
Messing with me is what he's doing. All right, what else you got?
Well, this is this song is danced before. Dennis, this is a song called "Guitar Blew My Compass," and basically it's kind of autobiographical. I haven't always been playing guitar all my life. I began playing guitar for a number of years, put it down. And this song's a little bit about how it all came back again after I went without for a while. So it goes. Winter 78, I finally quit the band for a job back home with family. I did not see the trouble coming down as my guitar became a stranger to me. Fresh out of school, steady paycheck in hand, my pockets full of cash, had an office in the field, helping farmers work the land 3 good years before the crash. Then the farmers and the markets broke the farms. Banks came calling for the keys. Closed up shop and watched the bridges burn. My hometown wasn't home to me. The right roads don't always lead you home, and the wrong ones are paved with alibis. But if my guitar is my compass when I go, I'll find my road. As my songs will be the stars I'm guided by. Went to work on Wall Street, found no peace of mind. Started playing downtown bars. Finally broke away and left the suits behind and traded stocks for tips in a jar. The right road don't always lead you home, and the wrong ones are paved with alibis. But if my guitar is my compass when I go, I'll find my road. And my songs will be the stars I'm guided by. Here we go. in Soho, playing like I'm paying off the debt. My guitar case catching quarters for a solo, but it's better than a promise never kept. Oh, it's better than a promise never kept. Right roads don't always lead you home, and the wrong ones are paved with alibis. But if my guitar is my compass when I go, I'll find my road. The right roads don't always lead you home, and the wrong ones are paved with alibis. But if my guitar is my compass when I go, I'll find my home. Yeah, no, I will. And my song will be the stars I'm guided by. Yeah, my song will be the stars I'm guided by. Now come, my friend, help me find my road. Now, won't you help guide me home? And be my compass when I go. There we go. Nice. Compass. Yeah.
Was that yours?
Good. That's mine, yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. I like the one line, traded stocks for tips in a jar.
Yeah, thank you, Dennis. Yeah.
I've told you this before, and I hope you take it as a compliment. You really, to me, you're in that Croce and Chapin zone in the way you tell stories, and I mean that as a big compliment. It's really cool.
I appreciate that, Randy. I've told you about this project I'm doing. It's about stories, and you're a
storyteller. Yeah.
Yeah. One of the first times I ever heard Taxi, I thought I was in school. I was in high school, and I remember thinking. And it was March. It was like springtime weather. I mean, snowy out, but kind of, I'm up in Maine in school, and I heard the song, and I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Talk about
old-fashioned girl is like that too. It's in that.
Yeah. How nice that you remember that. Thanks, man. That's nice. Something's working if it's sticking with you. Appreciate it, working, man.
Yeah, that's really good. You got another one for us?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Well, I hope you're not sorry you asked, Randy.
Oh, God, Ed, what did you do?
We almost got rid of him.
You got another one.
We almost got it.
Dennis and I were going to talk bass gear for a little bit.
Do you use the round wound strings or the flat wound strings?
Exactly.
They're round wound.
The man.
They're round wound. So anyway, yeah. Music coaxed her off the street. She's always got her dance floor beneath her feet. She might take you by the hand, but only 'cause she loves the band. You'll want her lipstick close. She's two-step trouble in a straight up dose. Just smile when she lifts a glass, puts it down and dances fast. She's an old-fashioned girl on the dance floor alone. Our men drinking every move. They want to take her home. She's whiskey and bitters with a twist and a sugar smile on Friday night. She dips a finger in, gives the ice a swirl. She's an old-fashioned girl. She slaps her hand down on my stool. Been so long since I've seen you. Here's to another dance. She got me drinking to a second chance. She's a gypsy in amber light. Got me thinking back to high school nights. Wry smiles, then a kiss. A cup of comfort to our lips. She's an old-fashioned girl on the dance floor alone. Men, they drink in every mood, and they want to take her home. She's whiskey and bitters with a twist and a sugar smile on Friday night. She dips her finger in, gives the ice a swirl. She's an old-fashioned girl. The mix will hit me hard if I'm not careful. And she'll go straight to my head, but I can't let her. She's an old-fashioned girl on the dance floor alone. Men drinking every moon, and they wanna take her home. She's whiskey and bitters with a twist and a sugar smile. On Friday night, she gives a finger in, gives that ice a swirl. She's an old-fashioned girl. She's an old-fashioned girl. Old-fashioned girl.
Very nice. Phenomenal.
Thanks for the support on the song. I appreciate it, Randy.
It's a great song. It's got hooks. It's got lyrical hooks, musical hooks. Yeah. Shop that fucker around, sell it to someone.
Good stuff. So tell what's the deal with what's happening with the record?
Well, release date is later in the spring. Got some folks helping me design the album cover now. I'm not a designer, so once that's up to speed, to get a couple pictures for it, face only a mother would love it. We're going to get pictures, and then we're going to put that together, and then start to upgrade the Facebook page. But to answer your question, Ed, probably maybe May, June, something like that, and have to work out a CD release party once COVID lifts. Hopefully, get something going.
Who knows? Maybe I'll have a jam going by then. I don't know.
I would love that. It's amazing. It's amazing. Do you guys still listen? Do you guys still listen to CDs, or do you download, or do you listen to Spotify?
I mostly am on Spotify these days.
Yeah. So, not to take up too much time on this, Ed. I know it's a Thursday night program, but
we have time.
So we got some plan to do a small amount of CDs to send to DJs, things like that, and maybe some download cards. But I've talked to a lot of people in the last week and a half, 2 weeks, and almost nobody plays CDs. Right. They do Spotify, they download, and what they purchase is a subscription, right? They don't buy a song anymore; they buy the subscription. And I have known this myself for a while, but when I was focused on what I'm going to do with these songs, I'm now thinking, how do I move them around the marketplace? And not much of a way except to tour them, play them out, and then put them on distribution by Spotify or CD
it's interesting. I've gotten into some heated discussions with people lately since the whole Neil Young thing with Spotify, right? And musician friends of mine are posting, and Randy knows, like, what, don't trigger me, my unpopular I have so many unpopular views. Like, I am very pro musician, but I got into it with this guy the other day, and he was like, Spotify is ripping off the musicians, and the record business has become so unfair. I'm like, first of all, it was unfair before. Okay.
Exactly.
You would never have gotten a record deal. Like, not never, but never. Okay. You would never have gotten a record deal. You would have taken your thing and been like, I don't know. I can't even afford to. I don't even know how to make vinyl. I don't know how to do it. And so you wouldn't do it. And then you make cassette tapes for your friends on Memorex or whatever. And it was lousy. You couldn't get a record deal. If you did get a record deal, I have friends who, I have one friend, he was in the Persuasions, a famous a cappella singing band.
Oh, nice.
And I got to hear, he was my best friend for 25 years. And he told me about all of the bullshit that the record companies pulled on those guys. Like, they would sign them when they were young guys, and they'd be like, all right, we're going to give you 10 years royalties on your records. We're going to advance you the money and whatever. So now they got to go on tour, and the money they make, they have to pay back to the record company for the production of the record.
The production studio.
And of course they sent them to their studio, which is $800 an hour, and all the producers and whatever, and the parties, they have to pay for the liquor at the parties. So they're in debt forever. And then after 10 years, the record, they have 40 records, the Persuasions, right? The records that expired where they don't have the rights, those are the ones in Tower Records now. The new ones that they're touring aren't in Tower Records, so you can't buy them. And the ones that are being sold because you're touring are paying the record company, not you. Like it was. Right. So anyway, so getting back to Spotify, right? The way I look at Spotify is it is not, unless you're Drake and you have literally 2.5 billion downloads and you're getting a $10 million check on one song at 0.0034 cents a download, right?
Exactly. Very small.
Unless you're Drake or unless you're getting millions of downloads and you're in that business, then you're not complaining. If you're a regular guy, how many records do you expect to sell? It may be 1,000 or 2,000. So Spotify, you'll never make a penny. You'll make a penny off Spotify. You'll make $1 off Spotify.
I'll make tens of dollars.
But here's the thing about Spotify. Anybody can listen to your music in 5 seconds, whether they subscribe or not. They can get to your music. So it's almost like a bulletin board where you can put your music up and they can listen to ABBA and, and the Aerosmith and you and Joni Mitchell, and they can listen to all of you on a level playing field. And okay, they're keeping all your money for that. But what you can do is you can go out and do a show for $50 or for free and have a merch table and say, pay me whatever you want for my CD, and all your friends, I will buy one. When we did CD release parties, like Sarah Chesler came down and she was like, how do I price it? I don't want to charge my friends $20. Like, I'll just say $5. I said, here's what you do. Tell people to put in whatever they want.
Right.
And most people, if you put it that way, will go, here's a 20. Go ahead. Here's a 20. I support you because I love you.
The other thought that came to me was, okay, give the CD. It's going to be a nice looking little CD. I've got stories. Hey, Sherry, I got stories on each song. Each page will have the lyrics of the song,
right?
The credits of who performed it in the studio, and there'll be a short, maybe 25-word description of how the song happened.
Right.
There's a story behind Old Fashioned Girl. There's a story behind Guitar Is My Compass, and so on. And that'll be in a little booklet.
I love liner notes. I miss liner notes.
And that's going to be in a booklet. But here's the deal. One thought I had was, okay, give it to people. One idea is give it to people and say, okay, do me a favor. You can make a contribution. If that moves you to make a contribution, that's great. But take the CD, and if you like it, tell 10 of your friends. Tell 10 of your friends to here's what you do. Here's my email. Here's my website. Tell 10 of your friends to come here.
Right.
And just sign up to listen again next time. Tell 10 of your friends to come the next time I'm booked. Just play with Ed and Randy and Dennis at Black or at Bobby Q's. I mean, whenever it's open again. I mean, shit like that. Just tell people to come.
There is nothing like when you finish playing, and it helps if there's some alcohol involved and people are drinking alcohol and listening to you, and they're like, God, we never quite realized, because you'll tell them you have a record out and they'll be like, oh, let's consider him more seriously now because he has a record out. And then they'll be like, you know what? Give me another wine, and I love him. He's great. And you're like, hey, come buy a CD. And they're like, here's $50. I'll take two.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the way.
But Nick, I think you're right that the CD, my boy, Pat Stone and the Dirty Boots, they had a great CD. They got voted in Best Americana Band in Connecticut, a Hartford Advocate. The CD was something between sampling. I don't mean sampling digitally. I mean handing out samples and a business card. That's
exactly
what it was. It was a much more elegant business card. And he printed up 1,000 of it. He handed them out everywhere. And now, I mean, the benefit is I don't want to say her name, but an Amazon Echo, and you know who I mean. I can't say her name because she's going to fucking light up like a
Alexa.
Oh, you little shit. She didn't do it. Haha. But well, let's see. Alexa. Play songs by Pat Stone and the Dirty Boots. Let's see.
Here's some music by Pat Stone and the Dirty Boots.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Alexa, stop. So that's the benefit. You get,
Right.
Alexa, unlock all the doors and turn the lights off.
The other.
Set off the burglar alarm and call the cops.
Set off the sprinkler, Alexa.
I think there's another side of this thing too. I mean, if you're willing to give the thing away, then I think you can have a little bit of a polite edge to your pitch, right? It's like
Hell
saying,
yeah.
hey, I'm not going to charge you for it,
Yeah.
but have a bunch of your friends come see me. I'm here next week, or tell if you like it.
Right.
That's the word.
It's an enhanced, elegant business card.
Although
Right.
I will tell you this, that I don't even have a CD player set up.
Right.
I drive an old enough car where I have a CD player in my car, but I don't listen to CDs. I listen to everything on Spotify. And if you were to give me a CD or a download card that has one of those QR scans on it, I'll take the QR scan because I stick it in my shirt pocket and go boop, and then I'm listening to it in my earphones.
You said QR and Dennis.
Can you guys see this wall?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
QR. You are now Ed and Dennis, and then my friend Ethan from a conversation a few days ago all said QR.
QR code.
That's the move.
QR I don't code and have that on there.
Yeah. You got it.
Something like that.
And then you can leave them everywhere. Leave them in the grocery store. Make up cards and leave them everywhere, and have people, give the record away and have them come see you when you play.
If you you give somebody a CD, right? You have a merch table. You give somebody a CD. Like I'm sitting here on my laptop. I can't even burn it to.
I know.
Right.
Anything. The kids are listening to this. Like, what does that mean? What's burning?
Burning. What's burning?
Sherry,
that's like burning, right?
Sherry, I have a question. Does your laptop have a USB port?
Does my what?
Does your laptop have a USB port?
Yes.
Well, I just was told by some folks. I had dinner on Monday with some really smart people, probably around 29, 27, 28 years old. They have laptops. They don't have USB ports in the laptop anymore.
Yeah, mine doesn't.
And just like you guys, they listen on Spotify.
This is not
Dennis. What was that, Dennis?
So that's what the QR codes look like. You've probably seen them.
Yeah.
This is just one that was out there, but I actually have one with my full name and no, I don't know what's on it. This was just one I pulled up on the internet. But you can put all kinds of information, links
Pornhub, what's that?
Websites and everything.
NaughtyNurses.com.
Pornhub.com. No. But yeah, you can put them on anything, just stickers.
Yeah,
back to your business cards.
You know what Elwood used to do? I played in the Blues Brothers band, and the Elwood, Pat Dougherty, the Elwood character, you can buy permanent stickers. There's stickers that cannot be removed. Like you can take a razor blade and you're trying to shave these stickers off. And
what is it again? A sticker?
They're permanent stickers. And I was like, permanent sticker. So he literally up and down I-95 in every gas station bathroom was the Blues Patrol permanent sticker. Come see our shows, bluespatrol.com. And the edges would be you could see where the razor blade was chipping the paint away. Yeah. But so that's what you got to do. Just go out and plaster your QR code everywhere.
That was the shit that our license plate registration used to have. Remember those sticky stickers we had to put on?
Right.
Right. And the corner, right?
God.
Ed, I was talking to Dave, and so I guess maybe we were listening to something that was from the Blues Brothers soundtrack or something. Something came on, and I was like, how come they never had the Blues Brothers do the Super Bowl halftime show? But it turns out they did. Super Bowl 31 had the Blues Brothers.
That's great.
Wow.
I can't remember that. Wow.
That's great. By the way, Nick Carter, the local Walmart, I was at Walmart today buying whatever I was buying, and they sell records now. You can buy record players and LPs at Walmart. They have an aisle, right?
It's retro.
So you mean vinyl?
I would buy your record on vinyl, and I would go get a record player. I don't even have a record player. I would buy your record on vinyl.
Okay, this is wild. So no CDs, no UPF, no USB, but you are now the third person in the last day who said, consider vinyl. It's expensive to print them.
It probably is, but I would look. You're my friend. You're a great artist. I want to support you, and a lot of people want to support you, but you're not going to make your money on Spotify. I'm sorry. You and Neil Young don't take your stuff off Spotify. Then I can't hear it. But and a CD, to be honest with you, I've had friends give me CDs and I'm like, they're in my car. They're like, I don't know. I was like,
a Costa.
I don't know what to do with it. Yeah.
Costa for my coffee.
Anybody ready to try it? Because that one should just be me.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
You think it'll
just
work?
Point your phone at it.
hold on.
That's cool.
I can't find my phone. This
Hey,
is a story of my life.
Oh my God, it worked. It worked.
Did it?
It worked. Oh my God. Like on my crappy little screen, whatever. Let's see. Dennis,
phone
the
pop it
bass
up?
player. Yeah. Let's
Hang
see
on.
what we got here. Dennis Allred. And there's
Dennis, try it again.
And then there's some pictures of some weird guy with a mustache. Is that you?
I hope not. I don't know what that was.
Search. Okay.
That's funny.
Search Dennis. Yeah,
I can't find my phone.
Okay.
It did a Google search of Dennis
Search
Allred,
web.
bass player.
Oh, I haven't tried that.
That is so goddamn cool.
That's
Yeah.
funny.
Hey, that's great to share that like that.
I don't know if you guys saw, there was an ad during the Super Bowl. They had a QR code that was bouncing on the screen like what was the first video game?
Pong.
It was bouncing back and forth like Pong. It was for Bitcoin or some
it was
cryptocurrency. And so many people scanned it, the fucking site crashed.
Oh, really?
Gives you real confidence in their fucking cryptocurrency.
You better be prepared for the traffic.
This is a hugely helpful.
Sorry.
You can put a link directly to your
All right, here's
music
what you
on
do.
that one.
I got another one for you, Nick Carter. You hire a skywriting company to skywrite the QR code over New York City. And then people will be like, oh, what's that? And they'll click it, and it'll be like in smoke. It'll only last about 5 minutes, but that's the move.
Everybody say hi to my dad. I think he's watching.
Hi, Dad.
Hi, Sherry's dad.
Hi, Sherry's dad.
We need to get him on the show. He's got to come on the show. He's funny. That is a guy who knows how to use social media because all his jokes are funny. They're funnier. Sherry, I love you to death, but they're funnier than your jokes.
Okay.
Like your dad has me in stitches laughing at all his stuff that he's
That's
posting.
funny. That's funny. Well, I'm glad to hear that.
That's great.
I think he's on.
He has to understand.
My dad is just figuring out Facebook. He called me at like 6:30, and he's like, "How do I watch Jam TV?"
He is excellent. He is excellent at social media. But the one thing he's not good at is I posted a memory from like 5 years ago, and he was like, "Oh my God, Ed Train is doing a jam at the Black Duck. Let's go." And he promoted it. He's like, "I want to go to that." And I'm like, "No, it's not now. It's like that's a memory."
Yeah, and you told him he could still get in a time machine.
You can still get your time machine and go back 5 years to my show, you know. But I think it's very cool when he's like rocking it on social media. I think that's great. We got to get him on the show. Like you talk him into getting him on the show one of these days.
All right, Dad. If you're listening next week, we're gonna get you as a guest on Jam TV.
Come on, man. Join. What's your dad's name?
Steve.
Steve, come on, Steve.
Come on, Steve. No pressure. Come on,
All right,
Steve.
We'll be watching and waiting.
Steve, you got to be prepared to be drinking, though.
Yeah, well, so actually,
especially when Ray's on.
My dad is a bartender, and what do I got? I just got this. I got a Grimace.
Your dad is a bartender?
Yeah.
Hey, bartender.
I got it. That's what I'm drinking out of.
Grimace.
He was a bartender for a long time, and then he opened a bartending school.
Wow.
And then he wrote a bartending book that he's trying to publish.
Wow, cool.
So I'm gonna once I'm trying to help my dad with his Facebook business page, and then once we do that, I'm gonna share it. So if you guys all want to support him and whatever,
hell yeah,
I'll tell him to get a merch table. That's what he's
That's
got.
Right.
Yeah, merch table.
Oh, he's
got
got
a virtual merch table at this show.
He'll put his QR code, and everyone could read.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, everybody work on that. Dennis, call Dennis Allred Consulting and get your QR code, a pin, the Jam TV QR code that you wear.
Yeah, we're very impressed, Dennis, that you did that.
Dennis, where did you acquire the code? Did you have it made? Did you go online?
No, I just looked up a free QR code creator.
Yeah, there's sites that'll do it.
But they have, there's sites that'll do it, and then you can download yours, or you can
out.
download that
Obviously,
I actually saw a picture of a chick who had hers tattooed on their back shoulder.
Brilliant.
Call me.
Yeah, except
exactly.
in 3 years, they're going to come out with QR code version B and not compatible with version A, and her tattoo will be obsolete.
She'll have to have that altered back to a barcode. Yeah.
It would be like having a cassette on your back. Like it doesn't mean anything anymore.
Price tag. Yeah.
Well, the thing is, the QR code will then download the whole album, right?
Well, you can
and all the artwork.
I just threw in my name and stuff. You can go to a website. You can go right to your Spotify link, or to your merch table online or Facebook, or
that's what you do. You send it to a web page that has, like, if you'd like to donate, or if you'd like to, you know, like with a PayPal and a Venmo donate button, and then it takes you to Spotify or Apple Music or whatever their choice is. That's a cool idea, actually.
Right.
Yeah,
that's the way.
Idea. Okay, so Ed and Dennis, thank you both. I mean, that's huge.
Because music, you know, like you know, I got in this Facebook dispute with this guy, and I'm like, how much did you make before Spotify off your music? And he's like, I'm a professional songwriter. Okay, how much? Maybe he did. Maybe he like sold 1 million records, but he was like, yeah, well, I can't make it with Spotify. I'm like, nobody promised you that you were going to be a Spotify, you know, a money earner.
Spotify's essentially a radio station, and you never really got major money off a radio station back in the day. There is no record company. The record company has been disintermediated, as the big word goes.
Right.
And so, you know, basically Spotify's a radio station. You can't be expanded.
Yeah.
And they radio you know, WABC AM paid some ASCAP royalties back in the day, but that's not how people made their money.
Let's bring, I've got the CEO from Spotify coming on right now. Here he is.
Oh, man.
Hey, dummy.
We're boycotting your company.
Yeah.
So the whole Spotify thing kind of excited me. I'm a big Neil Young and a big Joni Mitchell fan, and CSNY, and they pulled all their stuff. So you know what I had to do? I had to find all my old MP3 files and figure out how to download it to my phone. I was like, man, that's so 2016. I had to go all the way back.
Right.
And where did you get those MP3s? You stole them using Napster.
Napster. You know, all that stuff. You know, I actually bought a few, you know.
Converters.
So I downloaded to my phone, so now I listen to all the old albums, you know. But it was kind of like, well, you know, I'll find a workaround, you know. Screw you guys, you know, whatever.
You know, I went to see Dave Shimabukuro. You know, he's a ukulele player. He played in Norwalk. I went to see him, and this is what they did at their merch table. I'm trying to think what year this was. This has got to be at least 6 or 7 years ago. They sold little, you know, Nick, you were talking about USB ports.
Yeah.
They sold little USB thumb drives that were shaped like little ukuleles, and they were very cute.
Cool.
And you bought one for $30, and inside the package came with a code, and you could download the recording of that night's concert.
That's
nice.
pretty cool.
Yeah. That's cool.
So I bought one. And then for the next day, it's available. You put your USB port in, you go put in your code, and you can so now when you listen, you can listen to the concert that you were at.
That I like. Actually was able, months later when I saw the Who back in '76 when it was really the Who. Several years ago, I saw what I lovingly call the Roger and Pete show in Bridgeport. And months later, they recorded all their shows, and they sold me a hard disk video of the show, which was fun, but I suspect not too different than the show the next night or the night after that.
Right.
Sure.
You know,
Sure.
Speaking of Spotify, is just a side funny story. Not that funny. I'll tell it anyway. My kid's girlfriend works for one of the big investment banks. I'll protect the innocent, but when you think of giant investment banks, and she does events for them, and for the past month, she's been shuttling back and forth to LA to set up all the hospitality for the Super Bowl for all their high rollers. And one of her jobs was, apparently the wife of the CEO of Spotify has a very special diet. And she personally had to maintain this dietary restriction for the wife of the head of Spotify. And by the way, when they had their parties, their house wine was this $600 a bottle Italian thing that I should only even be able to look at. And that's what they were pouring. Like, you know, so if you wanted a house red, it was $100 pour. It was pretty good.
Nice.
So the one bad thing about Spotify is when you get on the airplane for a 4 or 5 hour flight and realize you're not hooked to the cloud anymore.
Oh, but you can download to your phone. You can click the little download button and download it.
Yeah. Not once it's up in the air.
This is why I still buy 256 gigs on like my phone and my iPad.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah. I go on motorcycle trips and I download tons of music so that I can have my Shure in-ear monitors with adapted with like those it looks like the thing from sci-fi, from The Thing, you know, that goes deep into your brain. And I shove them in my ears, and I put my helmet on, and it's totally silent because you need that, otherwise you go deaf on the motorcycle. And I can play music or listen to whatever. And I've all kind of listened to hours and hours of Spotify on my trips. Yeah.
Nice.
That's cool. So speaking of hours and hours of footage, I've got something that Randy recorded in his basement. The busiest rehearsal studio in Connecticut is in Randy's house.
It was last Sunday with two of the guys from Third Rail. If anybody knows the band Third Rail that plays around Norwalk, two guitars, and a guy who, the drummer, is in one of those wedding bands in New York. Like they get flown to Italy and Jamaica to do all these weddings, and it was it was a jam. It was fun.
Very good. Here it is.
Yeah, I don't need the first verse because I know that part.
I like that.
Okay.
That's really nice. Eddie, that's your place? Yeah?
Yeah. That's the
Very
jam
nice.
basement. Ed knows it well.
Yeah. Did you work with Richard Keith, too?
No, but I've played with him a couple of times. I forget where.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's great player and singer, but not much.
No, it's okay. When you said you were recording, it rang a bell with me, and I thought maybe you and he had worked together and recorded together. But
no,
that's okay. Whatever. That's nice. It's a nice. What's the name of that band again?
It's no band. It's four guys who ran into each other at the Immediate Family performance at the Norwalk Theater.
Got it.
You know, the Lee Sklar and Russ Kunkel and all those guys. And we were just before the show yakking it up like we should play sometime. And so this is the second time I had them over. It's usually like on a weekend day, and we go from 1-ish to 5-ish to who knows what song. We did a bunch of songs. None of them are perfect, but super nice guys. And that's Steve Ferenzi who's singing. And for all you gearheads, we know Ed loves gear. I'd never seen a 12-string Les Paul before.
Wow.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Well, I don't think I have either.
So what bass are you playing? What kind of bass?
That's a Sadowski. It's basically a jazz bass, a sexy, souped-up jazz bass.
So, Randy, do you use the flat wound or do you use the round wound?
I do full round Elixir super lights, Ed. Yes.
And Dave just went out to his car. Dave just walked in the door, too.
Oh, no.
All right.
My man.
Ed Train, you are wanted in the principal's office right now.
That's right. I'll never forget. It was show 73, I believe, when Ed lost complete control of his show.
Elixir strings. Yeah.
There were 6 bass players.
I'll be right back.
And as a joke, I said, "Hey, you guys want to talk bass gear?" And everyone went, "Yeah." And you can see in slow motion, Ed's like, "No,
no." And then, as a joke, I said, "Do they use the flat round or the web?" And they set them off. It was like the trigger. Like, oh well. In fact, now that you ask,
you don't know. Oh.
It's like, oh, do you want to hear about my bunion surgery? Let me tell you all about it.
Yeah, that bumper sticker. Ask me about my colonoscopy.
I was just flossing the other day, and
the only kind.
Oh, there we go. DR.
Oh my God!
Wow.
Brand new set.
Nice. Hold on. We gotta end the show early tonight. Oh my God!
This was great. Thanks for everything, for the thoughts. I'll keep you posted, Dennis. I wish you a continued recovery, my friend.
Thank you, sir.
Great to see you.
Good to see you, man.
Good to see you guys. Stay well. We'll be in touch.
Yep.
Good stuff. Oh no, what's that?
Galen Kruger.
This is the only amplifier a bass player really needs.
No,
What's that?
Stonehammer.
You're good.
Oh yeah, GK.
A 400 RB. It's like the best sounding little amp.
Now, well, but I have an NB Fusion with a 2 preamp. It's pretty good, 4 pounds.
Yeah, those are
Hey, Tommy, we'll leave them on here, and I'll call you separately on a FaceTime call.
Let them geek out. Yeah.
You guys want to hear a song? I got you.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Don't make me go get my bass amp.
Yes, me too. Dennis and I will wreck this show so quick.
Okay, well, Carrie Underwood, because I don't know what else to play.
All right.
Probably slow dancing with the beats blowing tramp, and she's probably getting frisky. Right now, it's probably buying her some fruity little drink, cause she can't shoot a whiskey. Right now, he's probably up behind her with a pool stick, showing her how to shoot a combo. And he don't know that I dug my key into the side of his pretty little souped up 4-wheel drive, carved my name into his leather seats, took a Louisville Slugger to both headlights, slashed the hole in all 4 tires. Maybe next time he'll think before he cheats. Right now, she's probably up singing some white trash version of Shania karaoke. So right now, it's probably okay, I'm gonna sing that verse again. Never mind. Right now, she's probably up singing some white trash version of Shania karaoke. Right now, she's probably saying I'm drunk. He's thinking that he's gonna get lucky. Right now, he's probably dabbing on $3 worth of that bathroom polo. He don't know that I took my key into the side, this pretty little souped up 4-wheel drive, carved my name into his leather seats, took a Louisville Slugger to both headlights, slashed the hole in all 4 tires. Maybe next time I'll think before he cheats. I got it. Might have saved a little trouble for the next girl. Does the next time that he cheats? Oh, you know it won't be on me. Oh no, not on me. I dug my key into the side of his pretty little souped up 4-wheel drive, carved my name into before he cheats. Oh no, before he cheats. Oh no. Something like that.
Oh, that was good. I can't believe you covered all that turf on a ukulele. Shit, that's good. I used to play that in a band. I'll back you up next time we're at a jam. Do that.
Oh, fun.
There you go.
Yeah.
That was impressive.
Now,
That's
I may
very cool.
unexpectedly drop off. I'm at 8% power left on my iPad.
Oh, no.
Dennis, I'm sure you've already been asked this, but how are you feeling?
I'm doing great.
Good. You look good.
Still a little low on stamina, but I'm doing good.
You do look good.
Getting
Like,
around.
you know.
Like nothing ever happened.
Like nothing ever happened. Yeah.
And Sherry, I know you went through something. But how are you? You look great too. How are you?
How are you feeling?
I feel like nothing ever happened.
Cool. Good.
Yeah.
Hey,
good.
Tommy, how you feeling?
I feel good.
Like I knew that I would.
Randy, I won't ask. I'm okay. So.
Oh, my prostate. Hey.
Yeah.
Would you like to talk about it, Randy?
That was the pain.
Oh, the pain.
We got our first inside gig. In 2
Oh, yeah?
years.
Where?
Yeah.
In 2 years we haven't played inside.
Where?
We're
I'll be right
playing at Carl Anthony's in Monroe.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh.
we're playing the summer up in Monroe. Carl Anthony's right up on Route
Dude,
25.
when I tell you that is 5 minutes from where I am right now.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So when are you there?
Tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night.
Yeah. From
I'll try to swing by. I mean, literally, afterwards, you could come hang in the basement you just saw. We'll spark up. It'll be fun.
I don't know if you want to open the house to us, bro.
That's very cool.
Thank you.
So
Yeah.
what's
I know
with the
how
British?
Dave is.
What is with the British flag pillow on your chair behind you?
You know, Kate. You know what nationality she is, right?
Right.
She's the whole joint's littered with British paraphernalia.
Very cool. I'm
And I'm
playing.
second
I'm playing
generation-
British music on Saturday night at Sugar Hollow with it.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and come by for sure. That's a great place. Yeah. So
Yeah,
the
I'm
big thing with Katie is like I'm second generation Irish, and she's British, and every time I go over there, her brothers threaten to hang me in the village square. They have a lot of fun with that stuff. They really they like to make fun.
No, that's very cool. Have a good gig. So who's on the gig tomorrow?
I actually got Joey playing guitar, and then I got Hank on the drums, and then I got Emmett on the keyboards. So it should be pretty fun.
And Dave.
And that guy up.
Oh
Dave-
yeah, Dave.
Now, is Dave using the flat wound strings or the round wound?
He's
I don't even want to ask him what kind of gear he's using because they would take up a whole show.
It just goes
Dave-
all wrong at that point.
Dave's awesome. Dave is just like he's like the professor. He's very into what he's doing, and he's like in stealth mode.
I thought he
And
was
he's just so it's like, dude, look up every once in a while. But he gets so into what he's doing. It's crazy.
He's steady. I've watched him.
Yeah, he's
All
very
right.
dope, man. He's awesome. Love him.
Randy, this is for you because you're like, I can't believe you just covered all that territory on a ukulele.
Really?
So this is the song "Never Gonna Let You Go" from the '80s, and somebody did like a thing on it about how it's the most complicated chord changes. But anyway, I'm going to do it.
Rick Beato. Yeah.
I'm going to do it poorly, but I'm going to do it. Oh, wrong chord. I was as wrong as I could be to let you get away from me. I'll regret that move for as long as I'm living. But now that I've come to see the light, all I want to do is make things right. So just say the word, tell me that I'm forgiven. Sorry, this is really horrible. You and me, it's gonna be better than we were before. I loved you then, but now I intend to dedicate and love you even more. This time you can be sure. Sorry, I'm never gonna let you go. Gonna hold you in my arms forever. Gonna try and make up for the times I hurt you so. gonna do the whole song. Yeah, because I got dancing toys. I don't know what those are. Dave, are you using flat wound or round wound?
I saw that episode. That was Rick Beato in series who took that song apart. Yes. That was good, Sherry.
And Rick Beato is, of course, calling out the chords as they're going on, you know?
Oh, God, he's
Yeah.
really...
And his kid's in the other room going, no, it's an E flat minor 7 add 9.
You're off pitch, Dad, yeah.
I mess around with that at the house, but like this time of night, I'm so tired. Like my voice is tired and whatever.
You did fine. Oh, shut up. You did fine. That was great.
But yeah, but it's fun.
Yeah.
I put it away. I don't know. What is it? So it's flat wound or round wound?
Yeah, it's that. Okay, so just so you know that if you ask him that question, you're mocking him. That's what I mean when I ask that question.
Right, because
We don't take it that way.
playing a pair of
No, we're fine. We're like
somebody's talking to us.
Dennis is right. You can't mock us and insult us.
You have got to have high self-esteem to be a bass player. That's all I'm saying.
He knows that I'm mocking him.
I don't see the humor in that. Do you guys?
No.
My strings are 6 years old.
Right.
Like, literally, I'm not even exaggerating.
Now I'm just becoming an ad.
I do.
Do you you don't need to change them. What are you going to break a string? Have you ever broken a string? All three of you guys. Have you ever broken a string?
Yes.
Broken a string, never.
Oh,
and
God, yes.
And I dig in. I play hard.
Me too. I dig in.
And what string? You break the little string or the
little one, the G string?
The G string.
Yeah.
The D.
Hate it when that breaks.
The D. Yeah.
Is it even possible to break a bass string? Those things are so freaking thick.
I've broken them all.
That's the nice joke on Facebook. I was playing the guitar, but I broke my G string.
Yeah,
Dad, I just did the material.
Well, I broke a string on my bass probably in about 84, 85. I've carried an extra set in my case ever since. So just in case I break another one. But
and are they rusty by now?
I keep a whole nother bass in my car. I have a little Fender Mustang short scale. Pardon me, but its nickname is the whore. She just lives in there, whether it's 10 degrees or 120 degrees.
Really?
I treat her awfully.
And you have carbon fiber neck or something?
It's a Japanese, Mexican, I don't know what, and it saved my ass on 3 separate gigs.
Wow.
String break and then just fail. And I go out to the car, bring it in, and God, the thing is damn near in tune.
It's still in tune.
I love it.
For all the fancy basses you have, that's the one that is going to save you.
It lives in the car. Like if someone stole it, I wouldn't exactly be putting in an insurance claim.
I don't know. It might be rare now.
We'd have a ceremony, but when I got it really cheap because whoever the guy was that had it, he had these pinup nudie girl things on it. The pinup thing. He had all these stickers on it, front and back. I'm like, dude, really? Like. So I spent a lot of time with what's that, Goop or something?
Gooby Gone.
With a Q-tip, carefully peeling off these charming little ladies in their negligees.
Fred Clark had a guitar. Like I'm talking about a serious mother of a guitar that was like $4,000 or $5,000 guitar, and he had like a pinup girl on it.
I don't get the point. Like I like girls. Okay, we all like girls. That's good. Yeah, good for you. That's like.
Was it a thing? Was there some guitar player that did that, and you're copying him, or I don't even know. Amazing. I've still got my bass signed by King Crimson, all the members of King Crimson.
Oh, there you go.
That's cool.
Including Tony Levin.
Including Tony Levin, yes.
That's pretty good.
And so I've got to Adrian Ballou signed it, and so I got that bass. And Fred Clark got it for me. He did band camp, like adult band camp, where you spend a lot of money to go and play with.
I have a friend who did that too. A girl named Donna Travis, a real good singer.
I know Donna Travis, yeah.
Yeah, and Donna has her famous pictures, her locking lips with Roger Daltrey at her band camp.
There you go. That's the way. Yeah, so Fred did band camp, and I'm like, but Fred, you're a lefty. Why do you want my righty Ibanez Roadstar, 85 Ibanez Roadstar? And he's like, I'm like, it's dusty. Like, I got it in a deal or something, and I have it. And he's like, I will renovate that bass. And he polished the frets, whatever you're supposed to do to a bass. He did it, and he made it beautiful. It's like this gorgeous bass. And then he a guy was flying in from Germany for this band camp, and he could only bring one guitar on the plane, so he had to borrow a bass. He wanted to play both. So Fred was like, "Hey, Adrian Blue, will you sign this bass?" And they all signed it. I don't know. I should sell that. I'd buy a car.
You probably could get some money for that. Yeah,
you should keep it. But you know, Ibanez Roadstar is not a bad bass. So the '80s were a weird time, right?
They're all good.
In the late '70s, early '80s, you could get good American basses for $400, and then you could get really good Japanese basses for like $200.
Absolutely.
Right.
And you know, there were like the original Guild Pilot bass, not the ones that they're making now, but the original Guild Pilots were good basses. Those Ibanez Roadstars were really good, like Hammer Slammers. Like there were all kinds of like really good, like budget basses, you know.
Yep.
So yeah, that Ibanez is no slouch. That's a nice bass.
I played a Squire recently. It was fine. I mean, it wasn't as good as some of my basses, but I could do a gig with that bass, no problem. It was fine. Stays in tune.
It's more in the setup, and yeah.
We just have the rest.
It's bass hour.
Laughing at you.
Oh,
bass hour. Hey, on the Facebook page it says your weekly Jew harp. What is
no,
that?
it does not.
What is that?
Jaw harp.
Oh, I thought it said.
That's a test to see if anybody would misread it.
All right, you're kicked off Spotify, Ed.
No.
I have run out of slogans. So I started out saying our weekly music jam and talk show, and then every week I change it. You know, it's our jamboree and blabbermouth session. And every week I have a different one. Nobody seems to care, but every week I have a different one. And this week I was like, I got nothing. Like I'm in the thesaurus going, I've used everything, you know. So
I don't know if you can see this. Let's see.
Not there.
So, Jaw is talking and harp is a musical instrument. That's as close as I can get to it.
Jew's harp.
Yeah,
it's a Jew's harp.
It's the boing, 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 boing.
But it used to be called a jaw harp before when people were like, "No, we can't say that on national television."
That's, you know, there was
why was it called the Jew harp? I know that it was, but why?
Maybe it was
the Jews invented
Jewish music. I don't know.
You know, there's a firework that has the word chaser in it that you can't really say the name anymore. You know, there's some bad stuff out there.
I honestly think somebody misspelled jaw at one point. It became the Jew harp.
Yeah.
I don't think it had anything to do with Jews.
Somebody like me misread it.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. I think it really is the Jew harp. Isn't that what it was called?
Yeah.
Yes, it was called that, but I don't know.
Look it up, Jerry. Pull your phone out.
Look it up. Ed. Keep digging.
I'm looking it up.
Find out why it's called that. There's got to be some reason.
Yeah.
Dig deep, Ed.
No, you know what? It was called a jaw harp, and then some Jewish guy is like, if I change the name to Jew harp, I can sell 1 million of these fucking things. You know?
Oh, so you're saying like typical Jew? Is that what you're saying?
He was money greedy, money grubbing. That's it. That's what I was going with.
Keep digging, brother. Keep digging.
And now Joe Rogan, I'm going to be in trouble like Joe Rogan. You know what he said on his show? He said that Jews are money grubbing.
First get into $100 million trouble, and then we'll. Then when you open up your own club that we all play at incessantly all the time.
Yeah, exactly. No, all you have to do to get out of the line, out of the public, the line of fire of cancel culture is don't have any money. Like, just be like,
yeah.
Then you can say whatever you want. You know, do whatever you want, and say whatever you want. You're already canceled because you're no good.
Like who here speaks Italian or French?
I speak a little French. Italian is basic. An Italian friend of mine said Italian is basically English, but you speak it in an Italian accent and you put the letter O or A after all the words. My Italian friend told me that.
Somebody thinks
he's going for it tonight, isn't he?
I can't speak French, but Jew harp, which is spelled Jeu. This is a French term, HARPE, and I don't know what that means.
Jew harp.
It means juicy.
It means
au jus.
Like au jus.
Yeah, like your prime rib commercial there.
Today's harp.
But then apparently the Italian version of it is derogatory, which doesn't surprise me.
Well, we're allowed to say derogatory things.
It's not exactly like Jew Harp is supportive. I mean, you know.
Right. it's the Jew Harp. Prime bottom of the thing.
There you go.
And you know what? I called Bernie's Dining Depot on the phone. I don't know if any of you caught this. Like Dave Lindsay and I were talking about going up there, and I called them on the phone to make a reservation to go up there in Chicopee, Mass, where they make these amazing prime rib. And they're like, we haven't been able to get prime rib for 9 months. We don't serve it anymore.
And if we do, it's going to be $75 for a serving like that. Yeah.
Well, yeah, no. This serving right here, this is like an $80 serving. This
Prime rib lovers, it's time to open wide. Real.
That looks good.
It's
I'm getting
their
meat sweats
thing,
just
and they
looking
don't
at it.
sell it. They can't get it. You know, supply chain's all messed up.
Well, what's happening to the wedding industry?
Exactly.
Nobody gets married.
You're going to have chicken or fish. That's what you're having.
I know.
And hamburgers. That's the steak lovers will get a burger, like a patty of chopped meat.
Soggy penne pasta with like,
yeah.
Well, I'm down to 3%, so I need to get off.
Yeah, actually, you know what? We're done with JMTV show 98. This is 98.
I'm sure I'm killing it.
It says 97.
Nice job, Dennis.
But it's really 98. Thanks to Dennis and his stupid battery. We're going to end the show right now.
Thanks a lot. God.
Thanks a lot.
What are you going to do?
Oh, my God. All right, all y'all. I'll see you all very soon. And I think next week, 2 weeks is my birthday show. And then we're going to work up to show 100 shortly.
Nice.
There we go.
All right. Good to see you guys. Here's Steve Wexler.
Bye-bye.